We're back in cahoots.
Mhm.
Today we are in the office with Michael Deeker.
Hello?
Michael, you're here because you're an expert on education.
I'm an expert on everything.
Yeah, you've
I'm
been
happy to talk about education.
That's great. You've been to school,
A
yes?
few times.
Okay,
Yes.
that's great. Today we're talking about this story that just came on the news wires,
Okay.
and that is that in India you have
Yes.
to pass this big test in order to graduate high school.
Okay.
It's a rite of passage. It's something that you have to do.
Okay.
No, it's not that big of a deal.
It's not like the SATs or the ACTs. You're not going to get into college.
It's
I think it's that intense. You can't graduate
you
high school
cannot
unless you
graduate
pass
high school.
This
Right,
test.
right.
Well, that's kind of a big deal.
So it's such a big deal. The
Uh-huh.
government has actually just offered a reward of $160, pretty much, to any student that can answer at least half the questions correctly. And
Only half?
Only half. That's how hard this test is.
Get a 50% and we'll give you $160.
That's right.
Okay.
That would
Wow.
inspire me to, I don't know, answer
Me
some of
too.
the questions correctly.
Definitely.
Did you ever get anything higher than a 50% on any test?
Twice.
Yeah.
Yes, I kept those.
Yeah,
Yes, I
right.
got 2 C's and my parents still have them on the fridge.
They're still there.
Yeah, that's good.
These Indian families, what they're doing is they are climbing up the sides of buildings and they're writing the answers on pieces of paper, folding them into paper airplanes, and then throwing them.
They're climbing up into the window
It's
and
like
throwing
a-
them into the classroom.
It's a 4-story building, and they're climbing up the sides of these.
And this is condoned by the instructor.
No, but they can't do anything about it because there are so many. There are like 1.2 million students taking the test this week alone, and the police officers are like, "What should we do? Shoot them?"
Yeah, I guess not.
The police tried to go break it up, but
Okay.
the family members threw rocks at the police, and there were so many stones thrown, the police had to retreat. So
Wow.
this is just cheating, and there's nothing that can be done about it.
Gee, wow, what's that say about the Indian culture? My, that's nuts. That would have helped me a lot in school. I would have appreciated that. It's nice that the parents support, you know?
It is.
They're here to help you out and everything.
My family would never have climbed a wall to give me any answers.
I don't think so either. Not mine. They were more, we will help you find the answer on your own.
Uh-huh.
But even, maybe, if, you don't want to cheat, but your parents are still supportive, maybe instead they could climb up and just cheer you on.
Now that
You
would
know,
be nice.
Like, you can do it, John. I believe in you. You studied hard. You can do this thing. So, wow.
That would be really great for them to climb
How
up
many
the walls
parents
and be cheerleaders.
do you think are injured, climbing up and dealing with all this? I mean, I'm picturing kind of like World War Z. You saw that with Brad Pitt and everything, the zombie movie, and all
No,
the
I
zombies
didn't.
are climbing up this wall to get him. I'm kind of imagining that kind of hysteria around the building, just covered in parents. who-
Paper airplanes flying this way and that
So
way.
basically, if you don't pass this test, you'll never advance in life. I mean, this is a really serious deal. But they know blatantly that you've cheated on it, and they're just like, well, everybody cheats, so
See,
it's okay.
Only 4 out of 5 students are cheating on this test this week.
Oh,
so-
only 4 out of 5. Okay, well, I guess that's not quite as bad. It's not 100%.
How would you like to be that one student? You look up at the window and your family member's not there, and you just have to come up with all the answers by yourself.
I would feel really hurt. I really would, especially since they're helping my brother right in the desk next to me. Like, God, this is always how it goes.
They always
Wow,
did
well-
like him best.
That's pretty neat, though. I like that. Everyone rallies together to get the thing passed.
That's true.
I support it. Good job, parents.
Cheat.
Help cheat. I
And
mean,
I-
everybody cheats a little bit. I mean,
That's right. I think that's a lesson that we could learn here in the United States.
Yeah, cheat more.
It's the information age. You don't have to know things. You just have to know how to find things.
Yeah. When I went to high school, the smartphone wasn't a thing yet for
No.
you either.
No.
You're like
The phone
a
wasn't
year
a
older
thing for
than
me.
No, and now I wonder how they deal with that because you don't really need students climbing up because all the teenagers that I know, they have the smartphone, so I don't really know how they keep everyone from cheating on that. So it's kind of the same deal. They don't have smartphones in India. That's the real issue here. We need to get these people some smartphones.
Smartphones for Indians.
That should be a hashtag, smartphones for Indians.
Mm-hmm.
No more parents have to take the time out of their day to crawl up a building into the window to help your student. You just need to invest. You can get a pretty cheap iPhone these days, or a knockoff. I don't
Yeah.
know what's more.
Or like an
cheap
older
anymore.
model.
Older model, sure. Or 2 or 3 students can share one. There's also there's other tricks. Have you ever heard of this one? You can write the answers upside down. You can have them printed on a T-shirt upside down. You know, it just looks like a pattern. But as you're taking the test, you can kind of look like that, like down and stuff. I've also heard of what you could do. You can write the answers on a rubber band and have it on your wrist, and you can like pull the rubber band out and look very sly. Like that. So I feel like they're putting themselves at risk, and really they need a little help technologically from us, because the Americans have been cheating for a really long time.
Oh yeah, we pioneered cheating.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we came over here and we're like, somebody has this country already, but we're gonna say it's ours, and we're gonna, you know, put the flag down, draw up some documents, and boom, now it's this Anglo country.
Originally
That's,
cheating.
I mean, that's how we started. We've been cheating all along. We didn't want to pay our taxes, so we started a new country, and we had to steal it from somebody else.
Right.
So
Cheating
there
on
needs to be
taxes.
some sort of like, I don't know, go-between us and this culture, where we can enlighten them to the newer, you know, less dangerous ways to cheat. But it's amazing that those parents are putting themselves through that. So
It is.
good on you,
Yeah.
parents. Impressive.
We have much to learn from the Indian culture as far as parenting goes.
Yeah, sticking together as a family unit. That's a lot to reflect upon today. Well, thank you for sharing that with me.
Yes, thank you.
What else you got?